it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com and welcome back to another What a Vegan Eats for Vegan MoFo. This is another simple journal. I'm not even going to do any editing whatsoever in this video. It is 1 a.m. and I wanted to continue my promise of recording a video every day. Even though I've been feeling disappointed that I haven't been able to do the recipes that I started off with, it's just been getting really hectic because I'm getting ready for this big road trip that I'm going to bring you all along with me on, so I'm really shifting gears, and it's just been kind of a busy few days. But a quick update. Last video I talked about my eye. Luckily my eye is getting much better even though it's still red. I feel 100%, so I'm really excited to do a video at some point sharing the natural remedies that I use because they seem to be very effective. While I can't guarantee that they actually were the reason, something worked, so I'm excited about that. It's always a huge success. And I woke up today just feeling so much more energized, and it's such a great way to start off your day. So today was busy from the get-go. Let me see. Jason and I were shooting videos. If you didn't know, I shoot Jason Robel's videos that he does on his YouTube channel and a few channels that he endorses. So we started off the day by shooting those and eating some food. One of them was based off this great meal we had last night, which was very simple. It was a simple wrap. If you go to our Instagrams, you'll see pictures of this. And it was just a veggie burger with a bunch of vegetables and some sauce on it wrapped in a rice tortilla, and it was really delicious. Although I have to say that wrap that I did a few days ago, I shared with you with the Daya cheese and what else did I put in that? The kale and the beans. That was so phenomenal. I didn't say it on camera, but man, was that good. I can't wait to make that again. I hope that you try that out. It was so simple, and I didn't expect to love it as much, but I think the Daya cheese just helped because there was a lot in there on top of all these veggies, and super tasty. So we've been doing a lot of really simple recipes lately using the rice tortillas, and I really encourage you to get staples like that in your kitchen, which you can freeze, because you can easily whip up something when you're tired or not inspired, and you can change it up with different sauces, different vegetables, and different proteins in there, whether you want to put a veggie burger or a tempeh or tofu or seitan or faux meat that you find out in the store. I just recommend it. You know, I keep saying this, but it's important to really keep it simple so that you don't feel overwhelmed. And then today we had a bunch of things to do. So one of them required, let's see, film. Oh, we went to this really cool store. I can't wait to tell you about this. I'm so excited about this project I'm working on my main Eco Vegan Gal channel. And it has nothing to do with food, but it's all about eco-friendly living. And we found this amazing place where I got this shirt that I'm wearing, which doesn't look that special, but when you see the full thing in the video, you'll see why I love it so much. I'm so excited about this video, and I can't wait for you to see it on the main channel, so check in around October 1st. That should be up. It's part of the Ford Fiesta movement, and it's really been amazing. I've had a lot of great opportunities to make incredible videos that I'm very proud of. So that took a lot of energy, and then we rushed over from way down at the beach to way back east of Los Angeles in Pasadena. We went to an event that I also am making a video on, and it was a really cool eco-friendly event as well, and there was some vegan food there. We had some amazing vegan truffles that we had never tried before, so those will be discussed in the video that I'm making, as well as some food from Real Food Daily, which is a great vegan restaurant in Los Angeles, and this new natural soda that came out. So it's always fun to try new things. And my favorite part, though, of the event was that there's this local juice bar in Los Angeles. I think it's called One Life Organic or One Source Organics. I'll have to double check. But they make phenomenal juices, and I'm such a juice lover, so whenever I discover a juice that I get excited about, it's really exciting. And that'll be covered in the video as well, and that juice made me feel really good. Then I didn't think I was going to eat much more, but I went to another party. I'm telling you, it was such a busy day, and they had my favorite coconut water there, Harmless Harvest. and that was nice. It's such a great way to stay hydrated. I highly recommend that you look into high quality coconut waters out there, so whether you're drinking it directly from the coconut or you're buying it from a reputable company, because there's a lot of kind of misleading marketing that goes around with coconut water. And somebody that I know pointed out that most coconut waters are really no different than Gatorade. They're overly processed, oftentimes there's added sugar to them, so they're stripped of nutrient value and they're really not that good for you. They're more just for taste. So I think it's very important to educate yourself on where your products are coming from, and coconut water is a great example. I happen to be a huge fan of Harmless Harvest because they make 100% raw coconut water that is tastes just like it came from the coconut. It's not processed at all. They use a special process to get it to be shelf stable for a little while. And it's just phenomenal in taste and quality. It's exciting. And they're coming out with these new teas, or they just came out with these new teas. They started out in Los Angeles. They're these incredible raw teas, and I'll have to talk about that more because I had those yesterday, I think. That's the other reason a video didn't come out, is last night I went out to dinner instead. Went out to Thai food at one of my favorite places in LA called Bulan Thai. It's a super small, fast, inexpensive place, and I don't think it's organic. I wouldn't really call it healthy, but man, is it delicious. So if you're looking for a good vegan Thai place, and there are many of them in Los Angeles, I definitely recommend Bulan. And while I was at Bulan, I got some samples of this new Harmless Harvest tea, and it's so good. Oh my gosh, they have this peppermint tea sweetened with agave nectar, and it is just, it's phenomenal. And it's completely raw. It's probably I don't know, I'd have to look into it. It's so brand new. I don't know if there's anyone else doing anything like this, but it's pretty thrilling. So I'm always on the hunt for really great products and great companies and people that are doing innovative things and really good things for the environment and for health. And Harmless Harvest is just becoming a really beloved company for me. So also at this little party where I had the coconut water, I tried out these new gluten-free vegan cookies by Liz Lovely, and they are so phenomenal. I forget what they're called, but they're cookies that are dipped in chocolate. I think they're like sandwich, almost like an Oreo, dipped in chocolate. You wouldn't believe that they're gluten-free. They're so phenomenal. I have thought about taking pictures of all this and editing this together, but I'm honestly just so tired and tapped, so I apologize. But look it up, Liz Lovely gluten-free vegan cookies. So yummy. And then after that, my night concluded with watching the latest episode of Breaking Bad, which I am thoroughly obsessed with. And because I was still a little hungry, I got some tortilla chips by Benito's. And Benito's makes these new restaurant-style tortilla chips that are completely corn-free. They're made from beans, and they're very tasty. And I had that with some mango salsa mixed with sauerkraut. So I got my probiotics in there, and I got some more fruit, and really tasty dish to fill the day full of all amazing food that I've had. So it was a very rushed day, and I would have preferred to have had the time to make some food and simplify it, but I did have a lot of very tasty things. So once again, you can always find things to have and satisfy your stomach and your whole body, even when you're in a rush. It's important to make that a priority. One thing I will say about being in a rush is kind of being aware of what your options are at all hours of the day and locations. I'm such a foodie, and I think about food constantly, obviously. So I'm always got this plan in my head about what I'm going to eat. It's something that's constantly on my mind. And everything I do is very calculated. There are few times that I don't have a plan and I don't know what I'm going to eat. Well, I don't know. I guess sometimes it's up in the air, but my point is that last snack that I had was at this grocery store that's open until midnight, and it happens to be right around the corner from me, walking distance, and it's nice to know that store is there for me late at night. I don't believe it's good for your body to eat too late at night, but sometimes it happens, and I'm a night owl, so There are some times where I've gone there right before midnight and had to get something to eat. But I'm telling you, it's just nice to know that it's there, and it's nice to know that there's a good selection of vegan foods, organic foods, gluten-free foods, all of these things that I can have right around the corner. And there's other shops that are closed earlier. And even gas stations around me. It's amazing. You know, I know in Los Angeles we tend to be extra privileged because the state just happens to be a lot more conscious about healthy foods. But I feel like it's only a matter of time until more states get this conscious. And you know, perfect example is there's a Chevron down the street, and they have so many natural foods you wouldn't believe it. Not just like the average natural foods, but brands that you would normally only find in Whole Foods are there, and it's shocking. And I think it's a privately owned Chevron, and it's just crazy. So I don't know how that happened, if it was the owners, if it was something about the community around the gas station. I have no clue, but it's just incredible. And the same thing is true when I was living in San Francisco. There was a Walgreens in downtown. There is a Walgreens in downtown San Francisco that has the most incredible selection of natural foods and fresh foods. You can get bananas and apples and all sorts of things, kombuchas and whatnot there. And I did a video on it a year or two ago, and most people said that they've never seen a Walgreens like that. So it's amazing what can happen at these huge organizations, and I really feel like it's just important to let your voice be heard and let companies know what you want, because you never know who's going to listen to you, these big companies, right? And was it yesterday's video that I linked to the new Chipotle commercial / short film that they did? If you haven't checked it out yet, go check out the previous video to see that. I've had a mixed response from that video, and I completely understand why, but my biggest takeaway from things like this is that companies' level of consciousness is raising. And sure, you could look at these as all just tactics for raising the profit and attracting a different customer, but if that's what they're going to do, I'd rather it do it that way, rather than incorporate a stronger message about high quality food than do it some other way. You know, there are so many different ways that we can make money in this world, but why not make a profit off of raising people's awareness and consciousness? Companies are not perfect, right? We can find flaws in any company. We can be upset because a company may have vegan options as well as non-vegan options, but I feel like the reason that there are vegan options is because people are speaking up, and whether they're coming from within the company or from outside the company or both, it's still part of the change. So I say it's important to support the non-vegan businesses just as much as it is the vegan businesses. And there's no right or wrong way. You can choose whatever belief system that you want, but that's something that I'm offering as a perspective. And I feel like at the end of the day, companies that are offering vegan options are helping us out. For example, that gas station and that grocery store around the corner from me that are open late. Where else am I going to find vegan food if I'm really hungry late at night, right? I'm not going to, but because they're there and because they're offering these things, it's making it easier for me, and it's making it easier for anybody who wants to be vegan, vegetarian, or just is curious about the way of life and incorporating more plant-based foods into their diet. If they're walking into these businesses, again, late at night or middle of the day, whenever it may be, they're still exposed, and they're reminded, oh, you know what? It's late at night and I don't know what to do. I could go to this fast food place, or I could go to the Chevron station, or I could go to that grocery store and I could get a healthier food even though it's past 10 o'clock, right? So, my point is you can find vegan and healthy options all over the place these days, which is awesome. And B, support those businesses or consider supporting them, because I think that they're up to some good things, and it can make a big difference little by little. I don't really expect this video to turn into that sort of message, but there you have it. I guess that's what comes up on days like this. So the next couple days are going to be hectic as well, and I, again, no idea what these videos are going to be like. But I know some of you are enjoying the vlog style, and so I'm glad to hear that. Thanks for watching and being supportive, and I will get back into doing more recipes as soon as I can. But I'm also very, very excited to take you along with the road trip and see what happens. On a totally separate note, I'm so excited right now because I'm really trying to incorporate more living in the moment and adding that mentality into my life has made me feel so much more free and so much more appreciative of life and in touch with myself. So when I end these videos saying that I don't know what's going to happen the next day, it's completely honest, and it's so nice to not overplan. I tend to be a big planner and want to have a lot of control and do things a certain way, but in many aspects of my life I try to let go and just do everything moment by moment, day by day. And it feels really good. So you're going to see a lot of that for the second half of Vegan MoFo for me. Well, I would love to hear from you any reflections you have on this video. What foods do you like to have at parties? Did you discover anything recently at events that you've been to or parties? Do you have a place that you go to late at night when you're feeling like you really need to eat late at night or had a busy day? Do you have a place that you recently discovered that had a surprising selection of healthy plant-based foods? And what is your opinion on supporting businesses that generally don't seem in line with your value but suddenly start to offer plant-based foods or maybe show a shift in consciousness? Are you supportive of them or skeptical? Do you think that it's greenwashing? And I'd love to hear anything else that you'd like to say about that. And lastly, I would love to hear your opinion about living in the moment. Is this something that you're striving to do or practicing already? Or is it something that you're really struggling with and looking for more tips? It's something that I like to encourage and talk about a lot on my Eco Vegan Gal Uncensored channel and my Eco Vegan Gal Venture channel, which needs some more attention than they're receiving right now. But hey, this channel didn't get much attention until now, so once again, I just never know what's going to happen next. But I appreciate all of you guys subscribing to the channels and waiting and being there when new content comes and being so active. I love hearing from you. I love hearing your opinions on everything. It's really fun. It really feels like a community, even though we don't talk live. Just reading what you have to say is really wonderful. All right, well, I will see you tomorrow in one context or another. Hopefully you all are doing well. Bye.